Hello my friends, this is Amner Hunter from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you on this video. This time around I am gonna be checking out a new reverb plugin by the company Hornet. This reverb plugin, it's called Hornet SpringVerb, and obviously it's a Spring reverb with a very cool sound that has been used for many decades throughout music history. Spring reverbs have been around since the 1920s, and this is a cool recreation by the company Hornet based on Italy. In this video I want to walk you through the features of this VST, also share with you the sounds of spring reverbs in different instruments in a mix, and I want to share with you 3 very important tips when using reverbs on your mixes. This plugin has a free trial demo, and I am gonna leave you the link down below in the description and first comment, and also I am gonna leave you the timestamps so that you can move around between the mini segments of the video. Full disclosure, the company Hornet did pay me to create this video and this demo for you guys and this tutorial, but the company was not involved in the creation of this video. They don't have a word in my opinion and my saying of this plugin. So yeah, all of the thoughts and opinions of the plugin are gonna be mine, alright? Before we go, I would like to invite you to my website, amnerhunter.com, where you can get some cool freebies. I have some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also, I have some tools such as a huge collection of guitar impulses, drum sample packs for rock and metal sound, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog and this channel, which I'm updating weekly with tons of free content. Now, let's get straight into the video. The plugin, it's very straightforward. There are not a lot of knobs that might confuse you or something. It's fairly simple. Right here at the left, you have the amount of springs that you can choose, right? From 1, 2, and 3 springs. This will give you a different sound. In 1, you're gonna have a more mono sound. In 3, you're gonna have a more stereo sound, more open. It will also add another layer of the springs reverberating or vibrating. Here you have the time of the reverb measured in milliseconds, from 30 milliseconds all the way up to 100 milliseconds. You have the decay, which is the tail of the reverb. You can use it in 0% or 100%. It's a long decay. The bigger the number, the bigger the tail. You have the resonance, which is the frequency where the springs are gonna be vibrating the most with a resonance. Then you have a brightness, the same, this one with low frequencies and this with higher frequencies, all right? From 3000 Hertz all the way up to 6000 Hertz. Density 100% is gonna be a more natural spring reverb, and all the way to the left it's gonna be more metallic sound. You have here very useful the dry wet knob. This will allow you to set the amount of reverb sent to the original signal. All the way to the left in 0 you don't have reverb at all, and all the way to the right at 100 you have all of the signal affected with the reverb. You can load some presets and save presets as well here. That's pretty much it. One thing in particular about spring reverbs is that they are not natural reverb spaces. They are artificial spaces. In this case, the sound vibrating through springs and also the uses of electric signal with the springs. So this is not a natural reverb. So I suggest you to use it carefully, not use a ton of reverb unless you want a particular effect. You don't want to add a ton of spring reverb to the signal because it might sound unnatural to the listener very quickly, all right? First, one thing very important before we start to adding reverb and messing with the other knobs, that time. That's one of the most important things. When it comes to time-based effects, you need to set it right, and it is accordingly to the BPM or tempo of your track. This track that I have here, it's in 115 milliseconds. We are going to use a calculator and we are going to divide 60,000, which are the milliseconds in 1 minute, divided by the BPM. In this case, 115. That equals 521. We don't have 521 milliseconds here, but we can choose an eighth note. For instance, if we divide this by 8, 65, all right? 65 will be the time where the reverberations or the quick echoes are gonna be jumping around. If you set this right, the reverb it's gonna be in time with the song. It's very important. You can use also multiples of this, such as 130 for instance. Since you don't have that, you can divide that by 2. You can use different amounts based on that particular equation. For this video, I'm gonna use 65 in some instruments and also 33 or 32, which is half of this. This reverb plugin can be used in the signal chain on your inserts of each instrument. I prefer to do another thing with effects. I just create another track. On Cubase and other DAWs, you need to create an FX track. You can call it whatever you want. For instance, I call them drum verb, vocal verb, synth verb. Once that you do that, you are going to go ahead and apply the plugin itself. In this case, the reverb, then the equalizer. Afterwards, you can apply compressors, saturators, etc. After you do that, you have now the effect in one track, and we need to send this effect to the elements of the mix. If I want this drum verb sent to my snare, I am gonna click here on route. You are gonna add a new send. You're gonna choose drum verb. Like in this case, I already have it applied. With this volume control, you're gonna decide how much volume of this reverb effect is gonna be sent to the particular instrument. It's like the mix knob, like 100%, and you're gonna be using this fader. That's why I have all of the reverbs in 100% here, but ultimately I am gonna decide how much reverb is being applied with this fader that I have here. In Cubase and other DAWs, you are gonna have something similar where you use a send. You are sending reverb to the vocals, you are sending reverb to the snare, to the drums, etc. And that way you're also gonna be saving a ton of CPU power, because with just one reverb plugin you can feed several instruments with the send function. So I suggest you to use the sends in your DAW instead of applying effects in the signal chain. So once that I have all of the tracks ready, the drum verb is being sent to the snare up microphone. I am also sending drum verb to the overheads. This vocal verb it's going to the lead vocals, and this synth verb it's going to the synth. So now this fader or these 3 faders become your mix knob. So you can choose these 3 faders and you can blend the verb signal with that dry signal. Also, another very important thing, I suggest you to use an equalizer like this. This one is free. I use almost all of the time a high pass and low pass filter for the reverb itself at around 230 hertz. You need to remove that because all of the reverbs, all of the repetitions are gonna be conflicting a lot in the low end, a lot of muddy frequencies down there. Also a high pass filter, you need to focus more the reverb in the mid area.
Why are you going down? Why are you going down, sugar? Why you going down? Why you going down? Sugar, why you going down? Why you going down? Sugar, why you going down? Why you going down? Sugar.
Please let me know down below in the comment section what you think about this reverb plugin by the company Hornet. What are your thoughts on the sound of Spring reverbs in general, and what are your philosophies and approaches when using reverb on your instruments? I will be more than glad to read your opinions. Before we go, I would like to invite you one last time to my website amnorhunter.com, where I have some additional free tools, some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players, also some tools such as a huge collection of guitar impulses, a brand new drum sample pack for rock and metal sound, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog and this channel, which I'm updating weekly with tons of free content. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next one. All right, take care.